How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Liberty Church, the media portion. And I say that because recently God has been giving me many visions, and one of these visions has been of a physical church, which is super exciting because I could tell by the vision that the Holy Spirit was there. He was filling the atmosphere, and the people were being baptized on the spot by the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit was rapid. The angels were all over. The Holy Spirit's presence was there. People felt the fire of God on them. Just that electric, staticky feeling. And I was on the stage and I was super hyped about what I was preaching. And I was intoxicated by God too. I was intoxicated by His presence, and the congregation, the people, were also engulfed in God. And that's just exactly what I want. I want a church that's going to be on fire for God and also be on fire by God. People might misinterpret what that means, but people that get healed by God, they typically explain how it feels, and it feels like a fiery charge or something to that extent, like a staticky charge, electric charge on that part of their body, and then they go to move that body part or whatever, and what they couldn't do before, they're able to do now. It's just remarkable to be able to see that and see it firsthand. The Benny Hinn Crusades, I can't hardly believe it. I love just the overabundance of God, just how amazing He is. But these visions, they started off with that one of that demon that is portrayed in Gears of War 3, as I mentioned. And like I say, you guys are going to notice that this might be the shirt you see for the next 8 to 10 weeks. It's just because I am going to be giving all these messages right now and spreading them out over the next 8 to 10 weeks, because I'm not sure if we're going on a shutdown nationwide or worldwide. And I still, even with that being the case, I want to be able to get you guys the messages that you count on, or at least come to see every week. If I can plant at least one seed of hope in someone, and I can plant a seed, and God works on that seed, and from that someone gets saved, that's my mission, that's my goal. If all I do in my entire ministry, my entire time of preaching the gospel is get one person saved, that's all that matters to me. Right now I kind of have that same mindset that Jesus had on that cross. He would have died for one person if it took that. He would have went to Calvary if it only meant one person would have been saved. He would have died on that cross if only you were going to be saved. But thankfully, we all have the opportunity to be saved. And that's why I want to relay you guys through this ministry, or through the revelation of the Holy Spirit. You all can be saved. And I suggest and highly recommend that you just find Jesus, because He's coming back, guys. And He's coming back quicker than anyone ever thought. He's stressed that to me. He's stressed it to Marcus Rogers. He's stressed it to a lot of people lately. A lot of us are saying the exact same things. I talked about that lack of faith due to the coronavirus, and Marcus Rogers, by the way, if you guys haven't ever heard of him, I will link his channel in the description. I would highly suggest you go find him, you listen to his messages, because he's a true man of God. So is Stephen Furtick with Elevation Church. They are true men of God, and I'm so glad he brought my attention to them, because before he brought my attention to them and had my path crossed with their path, I had no idea. But I have learned so much, and I want you guys to learn just as much. But Marcus said just about the same thing I said, literally a day after I said it. And I'm not saying that Marcus watched my message and said, well, I'm going to capitalize on that. I don't think that's at all what he did. I think God's been talking to a lot of his children, has been wanting a lot of his children to revelate just like he does. Because God needs his hands and feet, and we are his hands and feet. And I will link, I will give you guys a verse in that description. Go read it, and it literally will tell you we are the hands and feet of Jesus. We are the hands and feet of God. Go look at that. For I am crucified with Christ, and yet I live. Not my works, but not my works, but yours. Not my righteousness, but yours. Don't even know hardly where I was going with that. The third vision I had, there's a mighty judgment coming. There's a severe judgment coming. And it's going to come out of the first heaven. There's 3 heavens. There's the sky, which is the first heaven. Then there's that space, which is the third heaven. I mean, the second heaven. And then there's the kingdom, which is the third heaven, is the heaven where we'll go. What he showed me, I don't even know if I want to get into it right now. What he showed me was devastating. He said, he told me to go to Revelation. And in Revelation 6, it's literally there. What he showed me isn't literally in Revelation. Now, what I saw, I believe John gave his best description of in Revelation. But what I saw was a meteor that flew at a very fast speed. And when it hit the ground exploded underneath it. And I think it's going to be a lot like that fire that rained from heaven and burned cities and just was horrific. And I'm going to tell you, you're not going to wish this on your worst enemies. And if you would, you need help. You need a lot of help if you would wish this on your worst enemy. You need to seriously talk to God. Because this is not cool. This is not what God intended for man. This was never his plan. He wanted man to be able to be sufficed and be taken care of in that garden. This was never his plan. He's so loving. it's evident how much love and compassion he has. He has so much love. God has so much love that he came here himself and bore all of the wrath on our behalf. But sin is sin. God's holy. His kingdom's holy. And he will always have a holy kingdom. Sin will not enter that kingdom. So I hope and I pray that you all find Jesus if you haven't already. And that you tell everybody you know about Jesus. That you bring them to him and revelate them to the knowledge of Jesus. See you guys next Sunday. God gave me a verse, and you guys are going to be shocked. Or maybe that sermon, that message already came out. But it's incredible that he gave me that verse to give to you, because you'll see. Or maybe you've already seen it.